In this video, you will learn why Bitcoin is so strong, why it cannot be destroyed. So stay tuned and follow our conversation. Okay, Christoph, today we want to talk about Bitcoin decentralization and how it makes Bitcoin so strong. And let's talk about that, right?
Yeah, it's a very good topic and very interesting. And I think for a lot of viewers as well, important to see, what's behind the Bitcoin network and why is it that strong? I mean, especially when you look how many parties already try to challenge Bitcoin. It was never a success, right? And why? I mean, one reason maybe is decentralization, right? Or the core reason, I would say.
Yeah, how does the network actually work? There are those miners, and then there are those nodes. And what are those roles of these participants of the Bitcoin network?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a good point, and sometimes it gets a little bit technical. When I actually digged into that topic, and one reason was you actually telling me, do you want to run a node? And I was saying, yes, okay, but what do I need for running a node, and what is a node? To be honest, in the beginning, when I was looking at, I don't know, the fundamental approach of Bitcoin, that there is 21 million around and stuff like that, the other part was pretty technical to me. So but maybe Kai, I mean, since you explained it to me, you can explain it also to the audience. What is a node and why does it play a central role when talking about decentralization?
Well, let's start from the blockchain. So Bitcoin is like a book of accounts. So, I mean, accounting book, and it's kept on these nodes. Miners are mining, creating new Bitcoin and writing the blockchain block by block, and the nodes are verifying it. So in some sense, nodes are like the referees of the network. So they either accept or reject the transactions and then the new blocks to the blockchain. Does it make any sense?
Yeah, I mean, the transactions are running actually through the nodes as far as I understood it. And there is a lot of nodes around the world, right? As far as I know, it's around about 23,000, is that correct? Or maybe
it depends.
It really depends, right? But in other words,
on the source, but 15 to 23,000, and quite a lot anyhow. It's not centralized. There is no one server or some participant which you can just attack and take down, and then Bitcoin is gone. Because of the 23,000 nodes, even if one stays online, Bitcoin is alive. So it's a very demanding and impossible, task to do, taking down the network. Because also the decentralization means that they are in different countries. If, for example, China or Iran, forbids and takes down all the activity in means of Bitcoin network, the other countries still are running and so on.
Yeah. And what does it mean? I mean, if I now want to run a node, what do I need? I mean, I have an umbrella at home. So when I started to install, let's say, the node, I needed to install or download first the Bitcoin blockchain, where I thought, okay, well, do I have now the entire blockchain on my computer or on my node? But what kind of hardware do I need? I mean, and what does it mean? Does it have an impact on energy? Because energy is also sometimes a really big topic, especially from people which are not really inside of the Bitcoin space. It's often a very it's often criticized that it consumes so much energy. Is there any relation to that? Do you see there anything?
Yeah, great points. First of all, of course, we all pay our own electricity bills, and that's an issue if you have a big machine running somewhere 24/7, and it takes a lot, makes your bill higher. So you need a computer, basically. It could be an old laptop or a special device like Start9 or Umbrel, which is a small computer. Could be those are like home servers, but also made for Bitcoin and also privacy. And or maybe Raspberry Pi or whatever. And when you have this computer, this hardware, you just install the Bitcoin core or Bitcoin nodes to it, and it takes a couple of days, maybe 2 days, to download all the blockchain to the local database, and after that, you are the referee. I mean, you are then accepting or rejecting locally what's happening in the blockchain.
Yeah, and also what is, I think, from the mindset perspective was important for me is you're supporting the Bitcoin network with that. I mean, you're having a stake inside of the decentralization. And I think this is also from the idea supporting Bitcoin, also an interesting point. Yeah. And to be honest, I mean, what is also was also a good takeaway for me is it's a kind of server, right? Where you can also place other things. You don't need to run it exclusively or use it exclusively for Bitcoin node. You can also, what we do, for example, exchange big files and stuff like that. So it's a kind of a server or a laptop, but it needs to run 24/7. I think this is also is an important point. Yeah.
Yeah, great point.
But
you're talking about the Umbrella, which is like home server.
Mm-hmm.
And what is also a nice feature of it is that when we are doing our projects, we have the local shared folder. I mean, like we don't need any cloud because it's on your hard disk on Umbrella.
Yeah, exactly. So what are, let's say, how can we say we classify decentralization? One point, or categorize it. I mean, one point is the nodes. Is there other points? Other key points where we say why Bitcoin is decentralized? What pops up into my mind, of course, is the miners. What kind of role do miners play in this at this juncture?
Well, miners burn energy. You are preserving time with energy to the blockchain, and the miners are doing the hashing work and competing for the next block to be added to the blockchain.
And I mean, putting it into a less, I would say, technical words, I would say just compare it to the gold miners, right? If you want to get a piece of gold, you have to put energy into the process, right? You go into, I don't know, into the mountain. You need equipment.
It's the proof of work method.
Proof of work, exactly. And this is something what you have with gold, where you have a lot of energy consumed to get a piece of gold out of the mountain. And with Bitcoin, it's the same. I mean, in Bitcoin, it's just the electricity power which you need to mine Bitcoin. But without going too deep into the mining topic, I mean, do they play a role with regard to decentralization?
Well, yes. The miners collect the transactions and put them in order, and also, receive the new Bitcoin for that work, putting the energy to this hashing process. So yes, it's the more hash power in the network there is, the stronger the network is.
Yeah, and also I think when you compare this system of miners with a central bank issuing just fiat money, right? Where there is no, let's say, rule behind of it, or maybe there is some, but there is more and more fiat money to be issued. And with Bitcoin miners, this process is fully different, right?
Well, let's take it this way. If you think about the network, and we have these Bitcoin mining facilities all over the world. If you, for example, take a big data center down in Texas or Argentina or somewhere, and it gets offline, what happens is that the hashing goes on in the other parts of in the other miners continue working. So after 2 weeks, after 2016 blocks, there will be a new difficulty level based on the hashing power in the network. So the system is always, this goes a little bit technical, but the system is adjusting itself. The code, the mathematics behind it is taking care of the timing, and it's Bitcoin time. So that the blocks are appearing, created every 10 minutes approximately.
So no politician or any central banker who is deciding to, let's say, increase the monetary notes. So yeah, in other words, I mean, even if you would,
if I can add to this, that
sure, go ahead.
The Bitcoin doesn't need the president of the United States or the number one man in China or any other big powers or political parties or whatever in the world. But most of them, I mean, everyone, like Trump and the European Union and every people in the earth, they need Bitcoin, I would say. So Bitcoin doesn't need those parties, or Bitcoin doesn't need anyone, but everyone needs Bitcoin.
That's a good point. Exactly, because it's decentralized. There is no party and no, let's say, even if you shut down big mining facilities in Texas, Bitcoin would still survive, right? I mean, this is also important. And also when it comes to the setup of the blocks, I think miners play a pretty important role. Is there any other point where you would say Bitcoin is decentralized because of? I mean, we have nodes, we have miners. Is there any other reason where you would say, okay, it's decentralized?
I would say the third point would be you, me, and the other people in the audience and the people using the Bitcoin. You can use it in transactions, you can use it for payments. You can, well, later on we talk in some episode about Lightning Network. And that brings us to the topic of micropayments, for example, payments of coffee or barbershop or whatever. I need a shave, I know. but yeah, I will go soon. But yeah, that the users are doing their part in the decentralization and also bringing the legitimacy. I mean, it's the legitimacy of Bitcoin, I would say. What do you think about this?
And I think it's a very good point. And what also pops up into my mind is the consensus topic. So nobody is, or no single person is able to change the protocol, right? I mean, there is a consensus, but part of the consensus, if there is any change in the protocol, would be all of us, right? All of us who are running a node, who are miners, right? Who are part of this network, and that makes it fully independent from one single person, like a CEO or a central banker, right? I think when talking about decentralization, I think it's also important that the Bitcoin is an open source protocol, right? Everybody can look at it, and but no single person can change it. Yeah.
Yeah, and Bitcoin network hasn't been hacked so far, and because of the open source, people have been researching the code, and yeah, it's bulletproof as we can see. In history, we have some occasions where somebody or some miner, for example, has tried to change the rules, and yeah, but those are just rejected, and yeah, doesn't go that way.
And you were saying hacking, try to hack. I mean, hacking is becoming very expensive, and that's why also this proof of work is very important. So to have here Bitcoin backed by real energy is very important, because if somebody tries to hack Bitcoin, it's far too expensive, right? Because you have this real world power backing the system.
I would like to add to this how we think about and how Bitcoiners and other people are behaving in globally. If there is a hostile environment for Bitcoin, for example, a country doesn't approve, Bitcoiners and people can move to a less hostile environment, and it's actually happening globally, that there are some sweet spots for Bitcoiners. Well, I'd say what pops up on my mind are, like, for example, well, we were in Lugano. A lot of Bitcoin transaction can be made there already in the local stores and so on. So Switzerland is quite nice. Also El Salvador and other parts of the world are more less hostile, I would say, and this is also something. So people are moving towards the best opportunities and the best places in the world. Well, so that makes Bitcoin and Bitcoiners also strong to be able to choose.
And maybe also part of decentralization. But to sum it up, you have learned now there is actually 3 key parts why Bitcoin is decentralized. There is no central authority, no CEO, right? There is the nodes and the miners backing and supporting the decentralized approach of Bitcoin. And thirdly, it's you. It's people who are actually running a node. If you don't run a node yet, we can put also a link into the description, or you can comment, please, here. If you would like to learn more how to run a node, please write in the comments, and we can also think about to record a video how to run a node, how to set it up. This is maybe also an important topic. So, yeah.
Absolutely. And if you are interested in learning more about Bitcoin and privacy and this kind of topics, you can also contact us, and we do some training and coaching per person and in real life. I mean, one-on-one.
And don't forget to hit the subscribe button to subscribe Bitcoin Bootcamp and leave us a like. This helps us to boost the YouTube algorithm and costs you nothing. That would really help us to further create great content, and you stay in touch with us, which would make us very happy. So see you in the next episode. Really looking forward to it.
All right. See ya. Bye-bye.